Good morning, guys.
Tell you what, I'm out here in a t-shirt. TQ's got a hoodie on. There's a chill in the air, but the wind is awful. We got another storm late last night, came through. I mean, rain, crazy wind. It's been hit or miss here the last few days, I'll be honest with you. But we got something exciting real quick we're gonna show you. And yeah, we sold our first batch of firewood. So we're gonna figure out, did they steal it all? Or did they actually put some cash or something in that old box there?
Got a little peek in there. Ah.
There's some cash in there.
Something in here.
Oh boy. Look at that. And they put it in a bag. How nice was that?
That was very nice of them. Perfect.
So we do have a camera on this unit. So we saw a truck on the camera pull up, and we saw them unloading wood, and we couldn't tell because where the truck was placed if they put anything. Good? You good? We couldn't tell if they put cash in there. But as you can see, this first one right here is Gandhi. So that's exciting.
Yes, absolutely.
I know a bunch of you were asking if we've had any sales. We have had one, but it's not really firewood or camping season just yet. After crunching all the numbers, we definitely think building the shop is still the better option. The smallest part of that building we could rent out for right around like $2,200 a month, but then they have what they call, what was it, a cam?
A cam, yeah.
A cam on top of that, which is basically for yearly taxes and insurance and snow removal and lawn care. And it would add like almost an additional $500 on top of that. And then on top of that, you would have all of your monthly utilities. Right. So gas, electric, heat, all the amenities, water, sewer that where that building is located at has. So we broke it down. We think we'd probably be right around like $3,300 to $3,500 a month, which we're okay with there. But it makes more sense. What was that? That was 4,400 square feet. I believe so.
Yeah. Well, I think it was closer to 5.
Okay.
Around 5.
All right. So 5,000 square feet. And then our building that we're going to do, which is going to be roughly 80 by 110. So we're gaining like 4,000 more square feet, and right about the same price will be all in for our shop monthly, you know, with the land loan. And then, you know, obviously, putting the shop in here, we'll do a loan on that as well. And I know some folks say, oh, you're just getting in debt. Guys, there's ways, and trust me, we're utilizing all of them in business to utilize debt to benefit the business and benefit us. And you just got to do it smartly. The problem people run into is getting too much debt and not having income or a way to pay for it. God willing, I'll say it like that, unless something catastrophic could happen, which, I mean, don't get me wrong, if we go into a recession, like a full-blown one, like 07, 08, you know, who knows what happens then. But we can't live on fear. We got to live on reality. And reality is we need to build this shop here and get it rocking and rolling. So we already have our date. We just didn't want to share it because, you know, last time I did that, people, it kind of bit us in the butt. People were, you know, anticipating like, hey, now. And we're still waiting on electricity, to be real honest with you. So looks like we're getting close. I'd say probably in the next couple months, we should be rocking and rolling.
Probably our last meeting to finalize the blueprints and everything for it.
Yeah, the shop build overall, we made some changes and everything, and then we have to submit all those obviously for permits, which we already have the permit for the shop, but we have to, the adjustment we have to get okayed as well for the permit. So we just have to take it and say, hey, this is our final. They've been really, really cool with us, so that has not been an issue whatsoever. Our local township is absolutely amazing. Yep. And yeah, we're trying to build something really nice here on this piece of property that's never had anything done with it other than maybe some hunting and maybe a little bit of farming at one point. So
bring some value to it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's what we want to do here, is add value and bring beauty to it. And I think we've done that so far. So ready to get some work done?
I'm ready. Let's go.
We got something we got to figure out how we're going to do it, just because I know there are going to be some hiccups. So let's go figure that whole ordeal out. But hey, big shout out to the folks that bought the wood. It was a lady and gentleman, and they backed right up here. If I can, I'll plug a picture. And thank you. Thank you for the support. We appreciate you. All right, let the truck warm up for a bit. So we got to figure this project out this week. But we gotta figure the racks out. So Noah and Mike been sending me tons of videos how they kind of did it. This is a 14-foot bed with the dovetail. This is our only real stationary beam. In the back one, where whoever owned this truck before, they had some kind of one modified up there. So we're gonna get all the racks out here, and you know, if we put them on here, we're just gonna have some play. So I think Noah made a bracket that can like lock this into place basically, so it holds it firm on the front and the back. And then he kept one side just in case he needs to load stuff. I think I'm gonna aim to do the same thing. We basically want to keep everything inside as close as possible so we're not too wide. There are laws to that. We are going to be installing Equipment Defender, and to save you guys some time here, if you need Equipment Defender racks, right there, equipmentdefender.com, use code Spencer. It'll save yourself some money. That is an affiliate. What's up, brother? And another beautiful day, huh?
It's a little windy, but hey.
Exactly. So chit-chatted with the neighbor for a minute, walking his dog. And
You can hear Teddy and Nala in there chit-chatting too.
oh yeah, they're talking to the neighbor as well. Anyways, we gotta get everything put together. We went with a 3-tier on this one. We got the 4-tier on the equipment trailer. And I know a bunch of you have been asking as well, are we selling the equipment trailer? Not as of now. We're gonna keep it for a backup or a second setup if I can get some guys to run this truck. So still looking for a crew lead and an hourly employee. We need some grinders. That's what we need. We got a ton of work. Some of our biggest commercials have added a lot more work onto us. So if you guys remember that big cleanup that we did at our commercial twice a year, where we'd go around all the fences and cut everything, they're under new ownership now. So they actually want that done once a month. So that's a ton of trimming, ton of maintenance. So we need some help, I'll be honest with you. Yeah, if you know anybody in the area that is crew lead potential and wants to grow and be part of a heck of a team, has a lot of potential in the future, get a hold of us. You can email us. You can go onto our website, SpencerLawnCareLLC.com, and you can fill out an application on there. And we'd love to have you be part of the team. Get a resume submitted, and we can get you an interview scheduled. 2 5-gallon sure can racks. So in these boxes, there's stuff for enclosed trailers and open trailers. So you kind of got to weed it out pretty quickly. It's all labeled and everything, nice and easy, but you just got to kind of weed it out and figure out exactly what you're going to need. TQ got everything opened up here. I went ahead and removed that old rack. Yeah, this kind of is what the kit comes like. This is the 3-tier. And like I said, there's stuff in here for an enclosed and an open trailer. So we're gonna get everything that we need for an open trailer. And once you've done this a few times, you know, it's pretty simple. Now I will say we made a little change on this one that TQ does not know about just yet. But she'll figure it out here in just 1 second. And simply, we're gonna try out the, see if I can open it up here, the combination lock this time.
Oh, neato.
Instead of a key. They have both. You can order it whatever way you want. figure out placement. We were originally thinking about using the enclosed hardware and putting them up front in between the two bars, which then they would be up high enough. I'm not sure if I explained that to you guys or not. Sent it to Noah, Mike, Dan, seeing what they thought. Said it would work good, but you know, you'd have to kind of finagle your way around the mowers. If you needed to just grab a trimmer real quick or an edger, probably wouldn't be a huge deal, but I can definitely see the obstacles there from what they're saying, you know, rather than just coming up one of the sides and just grabbing the racks wherever we end up putting them right off the side. Like I stated at the beginning, we don't want to be too wide. There are regulations, and you know, as long as you're typically inside the mirrors of the truck, you're going to be okay, because if the mirrors are okay, you know, you should be okay. So got the backpack rack together here real quick. Once again, it'll have the combo lock, and we'll set this whole truck up to the same combo. And yeah, anyways, guys, wanted to say, make sure whenever you're designing your truck or trailer that you take everything into account. So over the years, TQ and myself have had many different designs, and we kind of come to find out certain things work better than other things. One of those I'll say is having the trimmer racks, the backpack blower racks, typically on the passenger side, okay? So this would be your curbside the majority of the time. I know it can't always be, but most of the time when you pull up to a job, you'll be on this side, so you're out of the roadway. If you get what I'm saying, you're not gonna be out there where traffic's driving by you most of the time. So being safe, keeping your employees or yourself out of the roadway as much as possible is really, really good. So passenger side placement works really, really well. We'll have 10 gallons of fuel, 1 5-gallon and 1 2-cycle 5-gallon. And, you know, that's 10 gallons of fuel, so quite a bit of weight there. So just kind of balancing the truck out as well, and figuring out what works for you and your setup. But this is what I find fun, honestly. I love designing a new truck, a new trailer, and, you know, just getting to set it up the way you want it. And this can make you really efficient, or it can slow you down. So take the time and pump the brakes where you need to, and you know, kind of move things around a little bit and figure it out. All right, guys, TQ had to go. I'm gonna try to get this last one put together all the way here. I'll tell you what, the temperature has probably dropped 20 degrees since we started this. Like, I can't feel my fingers at the moment, like no joke. Big shout out as well to everybody that's placed flex chute orders. 60s are currently sold out. '52s are still in stock for the time being. The Surecan rack is pretty straightforward. I'll show you guys. Me wanting to jump ahead, I screwed up, so I had to take the side rail off because I put it all together, and then I'm like, crap, I gotta put the top rail in. Typical guy, right? I hate instructions with a passion. I can't feel my fingertips, my nose is running everywhere. Sorry to gross you all out. So I know this seems like a lot of hardware, but in reality, you only need, I think it was 6 nuts and bolts, unless you're going to install it in the enclosed, which typically has like wooden racks. You're going to need a washer as well, that plastic washer. So like all of these you won't use unless you're going to put it in the enclosed trailer where you can pretty much anchor it through the back wall. So I'll go ahead and show you guys real quick. Start with this one. All you gotta look for is that big hole and then the square pieces here. So the way it goes, so that square will actually hold the bolt itself, and then you go ahead and put your nut on the outside. So push it through. Go ahead and grab you a nut real quick. It's easier just to get one started. At least then you ain't gotta worry about it falling all over the place. All right, 3 on each side. Be a beautiful day if the wind just wasn't blowing. The wind's been constant, probably 10-15 mile an hour, I'd say. Got my nose going, I know that. So then just hold in with your thumb into that square hole. Big shout out to Matt and Equipment Defender as well. These guys, they've been taking care of us for years. I think we've been rocking them now since 2016, I want to say. So 8 years. And guys, if you do your overall maintenance on these, they last a long, long time. You'll get some paint flaking, rusting after a few years. But, I mean, especially up here in the Midwest, I mean, I know some of you guys got different conditions, especially close to the ocean with the salt. So don't do what I did last time. Don't skip and just put the other side on. I just went ahead and put that right on. You got to put this spring and everything. So the spring and that whole mechanism latches in here. Just gives you some tension. Then you got to put your plastic washer on. And then you can go ahead and put this one on. So same thing on this side. So you got a little tension on there now with the spring on that side. So let's get it rocking and rolling. It'll go. You can also take it at this point and spin it where it'll close properly together. There you go. So pretty straightforward. We'll always keep our fuel on the driver's side, and I'll tell you why. Because when you pull up to a gas pump, most of the time you pull with the driver, especially if it's a one-man solo guy. The gas is going to be on this side, the diesel's on this side. The mower, when the mowers are up on the trailer, the gas tanks on the mowers are always on the left side, so you fill everything over here. So we keep our gas cans on this side somewhere. Might mount them back here, but I really don't know if I'd like them at an angle. It probably wouldn't be good for the gas cans overall. But we got everything together as of now except for the multi-tool rack, which is this one here. But really you don't put that together until you're ready to install it. So that'll hold all of our rakes and everything. So we've been out here for probably 2 hours, I'd say, assembling everything. TQ is, I mean, guys, she knocks this out of the park. I'm not kidding you. This girl, I told her if lawn care doesn't work out, parts assembly, any kind of assembly, she would be phenomenal at. She loves it. She's really good at it. It doesn't frustrate her like me. And I'm not kidding. I think I may have just saw a snowflake. Anyways, I'm gonna get cleaned up here. Unfortunately, we can't install the racks in today's video, but that's because we have this truck going into the shop first thing tomorrow morning, and that is because this is no longer going to be green. I told you guys we were going to paint it black, and that's because we do not want to be thought of as another competitor in our area. Not really even a competitor, I'll say it like that. They are an absolute huge company, but they rock a green very similar to that, and we don't want to be mistaken for them. So that's got to go green, and I absolutely hate that color. So yeah, unfortunately, we're not installing the racks just yet, but don't forget, Code Spencer will save you 10% on all your Equipment Defender racks. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. As always, keep mowing, keep growing, keep making money, boys and girls. We'll talk to you later. TQ out. Peace. Bye-bye.